Okay, testing the camera out in the dark. Looks pretty good. It's 5:07 a.m. Let's get going. Ohayou gozaimasu. Ohayou gozaimasu. Ohayou gozaimasu.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey. Easy. Take it easy.
That was fun. Hanging out with the morning gang and the dogs. It's very warm today. When I left home it was about 17 degrees Celsius. I'm sure it's a little warmer now that the sun's up. Yeah, it feels good though. A little windy too. Good day from Kamakura, Japan on this Saturday, November 4th. It's a beautiful day outside. Let's see, it's 17 degrees. Very nice. Oh, Carter's here. Yeah, we've already had our morning walk. We're back now and having a lot of fun, right? Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I've got a brand new camera here. It's a DJI OSMO Pocket 3. It's wonderful. It follows me around. I can set it up to do that. I've got a new microphone. It connects to the computer without any wires. It's all wireless, and yeah, it works very nice, very nice indeed. Let me let you down, okay? Go have fun, So let me show you around the garden. See what I've done here. The cabbages are looking good. The broccoli and the pineapples, everything's looking pretty good. Come take a look. And down here, our cabbages are looking good. There's our red cabbage here. One of the hocksai didn't make it, so we got that one. And these two are looking kind of sad, so I may have to plant some more. Our broccoli is looking good here and here. More cabbages over here. Looking really good. Very nice. Yeah, we still have some okra coming in. Very nice. Let's see, this one's ready. And this one here, let that go for another day or so. This one too. A few more peppers. What's this? Not ready. Let's open these up, give them some nice air. Looks good. Everything looks nice in here. Growing pretty well. Yeah, I've done a lot inside as well. I took the potatoes that I grew and I cut them up, parboiled them, blanched them, and froze them. I'll show you how I did that. And also the butternut squash that I bought and a pumpkin. I've baked them and prepared a puree. So I'll show you how I did all of that as well. And pretty soon I can come and harvest some of these tomatoes. I think I can take a few now. Looks pretty good. A little cracked, that's all right. And this one here looks nice. Very good, very good. As long as it stays as warm as it has been, we'll be getting some more fruit here. There's a few in here. Let's see if I can reach these. There we go. Very good. Oh, see, something's been digging in here. It's not how to. Yeah, they made a hole here. Yeah, they've been digging quite a bit. I think it's probably the squirrels. Also, I've done some preparations for winter. I've taken the potatoes, I've blanched them, boiled them, and frozen them. And I've also taken the butternut squash and a pumpkin, baked them, and then scooped out the pulp and packaged them to be frozen for the winter time. We'll make some nice apple pies and some other things, muffins and whatnot. So come on in, let's go take a look. Let's check on my potatoes here, and I see they're sprouting. Yeah, they're starting to sprout. And so what I'll do is fry them with some onions, and I'll divide them into meal-sized portions and save them for later. I can freeze some and have them with breakfast or add them to soups or stews. I have my butternut squash. Yeah, I'm going to bake these today along with my Kabocha pumpkin, and pretty soon I'll be planting my garlic as well. That's a lot of garlic. I'm going to try planting these in grow bags this year instead of in the ground, see how that works out. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, I'm going to let these soak for a while, and then I'll wash them off and chop them up. Okay, while my potatoes are soaking, I'm going to cut up the squashes here. First with the Kabocha pumpkin. I'm going to save the seeds and see if I can plant some next year. Okay, I'll deal with these a little later. I'm going to go ahead and take the seeds out of the butternut squash. I'm going to clean these up a little bit more. Okay, these here I'm going to bake, and then I'm going to puree them so that I can make pies and muffins and breads. And these here I'm going to take the skins off, and I'm going to chop these up and dice them and save these for soups and stews. So I'll start with these first. Let's see how well they peel with a peeler, as opposed to cutting them with a knife. I think the knife might be faster. That's pretty good. So that's that. All this will go out to the compost pile. Next is the potato cleanup. My goodness, that's a lot of potatoes, huh? So what I'll do next is cut them up, and some of them I may blanch and store for later, especially the smaller ones. Luckily I have two ovens, so to make this easier to stand up, that's better. Okay, I'm going to spray these with olive oil just on the insides. Yeah, I'm brushing these just to make sure that the oil gets on all the inner surfaces. I'm not worried about the outside. So these are ready to go into the ovens. So I'll cook these at 200 degrees Celsius for up to an hour. I'll check on them intermittently. Okay, these I'm going to simply cube, and I'll freeze these raw, no blanching. Yeah, I think these are good sizes. So I'll put this in this large bag, and I can simply take out what I need when I need it. So there we have it, butternut squash, chunks. Actually, my standing freezer is getting full, so I'll put them in here for now. Drop these potatoes in and be careful so I don't burn myself. So I'm going to set a timer here for 5 minutes. Okay, so this has been 5 minutes. I'm going to drain this. And immediately this goes into some cold water here. Some ice water. Stop the cooking. Okay, and 5 minutes for that. Alrighty, I have a sieve at the ready. Take these out. And let these drain here. And these are just very partially cooked, just blanched. So that's why they're not falling apart. And they'll be able to hold their texture through the freezing process. Now, since I don't drink alcohol anymore, I don't have much ice, so I'm going to use these little ice packs here just to cool the water. Okay, I'm going to use my dehydrator racks. These will go into the freezer. This way they'll be able to freeze without being totally stuck together. So here's the next batch. And we'll do our layering again over here. Since these have a lot of surface area, I'm not going to worry about sticking together too much. So that's it for the trays. What I'll do next is make do with some plates with parchment paper on top. So I'll let these cool off a bit before I put them in the freezer. And by then, the next batch should be ready. Here, I've run out of gas. Simple enough. Yep, that's empty. I have another cassette here. Potatoes are coming along nicely. I've turned the heat down quite a bit. I don't want them to burn. I do want to form a nice crust. I'll wait a little while before I season them. I've got the potatoes covered to retain some of the moisture so they don't dry out and burn. Okay, I'm going to take a peek and see how we're doing here. Good water retention. We're at the lowest temperature for this range, so that's why it's not burning. I did add some extra olive oil. And I'm not going to season them until they're just about done. And this pan is a bit different. The seasoning on this pan isn't as good as the one on this one. I tend to use this one more often. That's why the seasoning isn't so good. But I think that soon enough, maybe even after this is cooked, I'll have a nice good seasoning on the bottom there. But it's coming along nicely. I like this. Yeah, starting to get some browning on there. See that? Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Browning nicely. Here I'll do my seasoning. And I'll use some garlic seasoned salt. I notice the edges aren't as sticky as the center here. And this is nice. The sticky portion is coming off. That's good. I'll season this as well. So that looks good. So let's see what's happening over here with the boiling water. So I think our potatoes are done. Let's take a look. Very nice, very nice. So I have all my trays ready here. And they'll go right in. And my large plate will go right on top. So I'll come back and check on these from time to time and maybe even shuffle these a bit so they don't stick together too much. So the final batch of whole potatoes are done. And since these are whole, they may retain inner heat, so I'll let them soak a little bit longer. Okay, here are the whole potatoes, ready to go in the freezer. Put it in this tray here. Yeah, that should work. You know, I'm sitting here editing, and I realize that I've never taken these whole potatoes out of the freezer. So let's go downstairs and do that. And this was days ago. And they're still here. So let's get these bagged. Nice and rock hard. Alrighty, and these are ready for the fridge. There we go. Okay, it's time to check on the pumpkin and butternut squash. See how soft they are. Good. Perfect. It's been about an hour. Let's check this side. This can go a little bit longer. Okay, let's take a look and see if this is done. Yeah, I think they're done. I'll leave them in here and let them cool down naturally. And here I want to begin separating the seeds from the pulp. Okay, got most of the pulp off. I'll let this soak for a while in some filtered water. I'll be needing all of this. So there we have it, our pumpkin and butternut squash seeds. And I'll go through later and filter out some of these flat ones here that are not going to produce much of anything. So I've been over here cutting these finger-length potatoes into wedges, like this. And these I'm going to boil and blanch them, and then I'm going to freeze them and then bag them. These here I'm going to blanch these whole with the skins on, and I still have these as well that I'll blanch and freeze. So it is a lot of work, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. Well, these have cooled down well enough that I don't even need to use oven mittens to get them out. Alrighty, I'll let these cool down a little bit further, and then I'll scoop out the pulp and bag them. Okay, it's time to take the pulp out of the butternut squash and the pumpkin. I may make some pumpkin pie soon, or maybe some muffins. We'll see. I'm going to add just a little bit of water here, just so I can get a nice puree. I'll mash this with my potato masher. I've included some of the burnt pieces, or the darkened pieces, not necessarily burned, for flavor. This one here is a lot more stringy. And this butternut squash might be good in a bread or muffins. A little bit too stringy for a pie. I could puree it, but that's just an extra added step that I really don't feel like going through. Let's scrape the sides. Okay, so there's the pumpkin puree. So I've got my pumpkin and butternut squash puree all ready to go. Okay, next here are the fried potatoes. I'm going to bag these and save some for my breakfast this morning. Put some of these in the smaller bag for single portion servings. I don't need a whole lot at once, so that should be good. Well, here we are, 4 bags of potato fries. One will be eaten today, the rest will go in the freezer. So here's the day's work. I've got the pumpkin puree, the butternut squash puree, I've got fried potatoes with onions, and frozen chunks of potatoes. This will last for quite a while. Now, I will admit that this was an all-day affair from morning until just now, and it's 4:40 in the evening. But I had the day off and decided to get this all done so that I don't have to worry about it anytime later. And I'm not wasting any food. Potatoes won't rot and go to waste. And the butternut squash and the pumpkin puree, these are ready for some delicious delicacies from the oven. Okay, so let's put these away. And today's special is teriyaki chicken.